Are you excited? Yeah! I am super excited today. I am super excited. Today, before this gig even, literally a couple of hours before this gig, I was combing my hair. It does happen despite appearances. And I found my first grey hair. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant, because I've had grey in the beard for a while. Yeah, but that is my letter from Hogwarts. That means in another couple of years, I'm going full wizard. A couple of years you will be watching Gandalf on the stage. So I'm very, very excited by that. I'll be off to Hogwarts. It's amazing. Talking of firsts and magical places, I also did a first as recently as last weekend. I did something for the first time ever in my life. Would anyone like to guess what that was?
Sex.
Guess again. I was hoping someone would shout, "Lose your virginity," because I'm like, that was like a one-shot deal. You know, you only do that for the first time. No, I went to IKEA for the first time. I know, there's such a weird response when you say that. It's like, I've never been to IKEA, and then when I tell people I've been to IKEA for the first time, I get the same response, which is people look at you literally like you've just dropped out of a tree in front of them. What? You've never been to IKEA? What? You went to IKEA for the first time? I mean, I know I had the appearance of a man who, you know, regularly shops for designer Swedish furniture. But no, this was a first. It was a fascinating experience. It's my girlfriend Debbie and her sister. We were visiting a while ago, and they were like, "We are going to come up and we are going to pop your IKEA cherry," and they did last weekend. They came up, took us to Coventry, and I visited the IKEA Superstore in Coventry for the first time. Now, a lot of people have talked about IKEA. Oh, you should go. It's amazing. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, you'll love it. Oh, you'll spend hours. We did. You know, I should point out at this point, I should know what to expect. My brother is married to a woman also called Debbie, confusingly, who is half Swedish, and their house does in fact look like a page from the IKEA catalogue. But still in my head, it was like all these stories, wonderful stuff, meatballs, storage solutions, fascinating. It was like, in my head, it built up to like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. Which is like I like to imagine any place I've never been before, to be fair. You know, I always imagine we'd get in and we'd get into a longboat, because it's Swedish, you know, Scandinavian. We'd sail down a river of lingonberry jam through some fascinating rooms. Valkyries would sing us cautionary songs about clutter. One of us would fall into a folding bed despite the warnings and be compressed into a kind of a flat shelf and sold as a cautionary tale, Billy the child who became a bookshelf. But no, when I got in, it was good. And you know, the day started well, as any sort of coordinated family shopping trip would. We went to Coventry, we went on a ring road, it was shut, the sat-nav got us lost, and I'm like, well, so far this is everything I'm expecting. There were arguments, there were misdirections, but eventually we got there, and I was walking through, and to be fair, for the first hour, it was great. I was enthused. I was walking around an extended version of my brother's house, to be honest. Looking at things, and thinking, yeah, this is very much like my brother's house, and that it's way more organised than mine, and everything's tidy. And I got quite excited for the first hour. I was getting quite excited, looking at things going, that is a very good juxtaposition of ornaments. That is what a fascinating, convenient, space-saving way of storing a folding chair. At one point, I got excited about a tap. That's very good, and so it was good. And so after a while, I was walking around. But after a while, you get sort of like convenient space storing tidy Swedish house fatigue, and you start to think these are not real houses. This is not, you know, this is a good way to live, but people don't live like this. You know, I want to go into IKEA and see my living room, you know, so I want, like, you know, an odd sock on the floor that a child has dropped, or I just want to take in 3 bin bags of dog hair and just spread them in the corners like that. And just, you know, every so often you come around and go, well, that's good, that's very good. This is a loft apartment in Stockholm. This is Dave's house. No, this is the table that spawned shite. And will never be clear. And yeah, so that was good. So first out, then after a little while, it started to sort of drag a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I've seen a lot of fascinating interiors right now. I could do with a sit down. But then we came to the cafe, and that was quite good. That was positioned well in the store actually, because you're flagging and you get there and you're like, oh, and then you go, oh, it's meatball time. I've heard about these, this is great. And to be fair, they were great, but what was even better was that knowing their market, that everyone here who's endurance shopping has someone in tow who doesn't want to do that, they sell beer. So, buoyed up with meatballs and beer, we went into hour 2, the marketplace. Now, this is when I got super excited, because, you know, I had a beer inside me and I was like, everything is great. And I was on a par with Debbie and her sister now, like, she calls it the tummy ache shop, because she just runs around going, I want everything, I want everything. And I was like, kind of like that for a bit as well. You know, I found a pair of like rubber, they were like oven gloves. They were like rubber oven gloves that looked like lobster claws. And I was just, this is super exciting, this is great, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. And everything you're looking at it going, oh, I never even needed, I knew a thing that grinds coffee with a trigger. And you know, this is what this place does to you. This is what this place does to you. I put this in my basket. These are crisps. Now, I'm a big fan of a pretentious crisp. You know, I like looking in the shop and thinking, oh, duck and hoisin sauce. That's a posh crisp. You know, it's not salt and vinegar. It's, you know, you get salt and vinegar, sea salt and balsamic vinegar. Then you get to duck and hoisin sauce, and then IKEA provide you with potato crisps with pickled mushroom flavour. That's what IKEA did to me. I looked at that and I went, I cannot go to my deathbed not knowing what a pickled mushroom tastes like. And I still don't, to be fair. I've saved them. I stopped doing them because I thought I'll bring them here tonight and I'll pass them around. We can all share the experience. Who would like a pickled mushroom crisp? I have checked the ingredients on the back, so if anyone has any nut allergies or mushroom allergies, I would like this gig to kill, but very much in the metaphorical sense, so try not to eat them if you're allergic to any of the ingredients, but here we go, have a crisp, everybody. See what you think. There you go, pass them around. Now, but that is, I look at that in retrospect, I think I got carried away with the whole ethos. I go, that is pickled mushroom crisps. Who? You could ask a child, what's a bizarre crisp flavour? And they draw that, they go and go, that is a convenient storage system for mushrooms. Let's pickle them. Then let's take the essence of that and put it in a crisp. Boom, they're out the way. We can move on with our lives. But at the time, I thought that was a good idea. So that was hour 2. Hour 3, I am again starting to flag. The marketplace is organised into sections. If you've ever been there, of course you have, everyone has. I'm the one who hasn't. You get kitchenware, that was the super exciting bit with the crisps in it. Then you get bowls and glasses, and then you get, I don't know, cushions and shit. And then there's another section, and I'm going through it going, because I'm like, you know, where shop I go, that's nice, don't need it, that's nice, don't need that, that's nice, already have one, let's move on. And then I realised that I've made the fundamental mistake, I've gone ahead of the party on my own. I'm suddenly alone in a world of soft furnishings. I'm like, where is everyone I came with? And so I take a wonder back, they're still in section 1. They're these people can shop. They're still in section 1. Like, and I've cleared 3 sections. I'm like, we don't need this. They're still in section 1 going, I'm aware we have a cupboard full of glasses at home, but I'm going to look at this glass because it's a new glass. And it's a different colour from the glasses I have. So I'm going to weigh it and measure it and see if I feel a distinct spiritual connection with it. And then I may or may not put it in my trolley. And then I'm going to look at the forks. I can't shop like that. I can't. I was withering by this point. I'll be honest. I was withering. I didn't know what to do. I ran back. They were still there. I ran to see if I could find anything more interesting in the rug section. No, I've seen all the rugs. We don't need a rug. We don't have room for a rug. I'm panicking. What am I going? I'm thinking. This is the point. I'm going. I can't do this anymore. I can't shop at this pace. I can't shop with this level of intensity of scrutiny. I need to sit down. I need a chair. I need a chair. There's no fucking chairs. They're all stowed away upstairs in convenient storage situations. There's nothing. So I had to sort of just endure it and try and sort of run back and forth and go, that's interesting, look at that, try and lure people. But eventually we get to the lighting section. And this is my saving grace, because we found a lovely lamp. A lovely lamp. I've become a bit obsessed with the Peaky Blinders lately and all that kind of like sort of 1920s historical stuff, and find this lovely lamp where it looks like an oil lamp and you turn it up and it's got a dimmer bulb and it gives a lovely glow to your home. And we bought that, but because IKEA, despite the fact they sell pickled mushroom crisps, how are they going, all right? Yeah? They're not bad, are they? They're just like kind of vinegar. They're like vinegar crisps without the salt. Definitely potato. I like, yeah, they're all right. I can go to my grave happy now. I know what that tastes like. But anyway, yeah. I was. They're still not. Well, I said last time I was doing a joke about needing a more adulty adult around you sometimes. When you think, you know, I'm in my 40s, I can basically make this life decision. But at the same time, I still think a Monster Munch and salad cream sandwich is a pretty boss deal. So maybe I need someone with some life skills around me. But that wouldn't go bad with some salad cream, would it? Really? That's all right. And you feel like that adulty adult go around IKEA going, I am making decisions about housing. Yes, I bought a lamp. I'm doing well. I've got a lamp now. I've been to IKEA. I bought a lamp. I've done the thing. Yes, this is going to look good in my interior. And then we discovered the lamp did not come with a bulb, and that was my saving grace. I was shocked out. I couldn't look at each individual thing anymore. I just man-scanned it and gone, no, we have cushions, we don't need to go, ooh, quirky and comfortable. No, get it out of your head, you bought crisps. I go, no, but then I found it didn't come with a bulb, and this is where it's a kind of Swedish veneer of, oh, we're very sophisticated. Yeah, no, we will screw you over like any other superstore, because this lamp requires a bulb that is somewhere else in this section. And I was like, fucking Quest, yes! Brilliant. Now I've got something to live for again. I can survive this shopping experience. It's no longer meandering around. Because, I don't know about you, Zen, but I think there are two kinds of shoppers, right? There's the purpose shopper and there's the browser. And I'm very much a purpose shopper, to the point that I think there should be a list lane in every supermarket for people who have arrived there with a purpose. They might not know what they're looking for, but they know it's in there somewhere, and that's what they've gone for. They're not one of the people who sort of meanders around going, ooh, shiny. Ooh, free stuff. The only time I do find myself browsing, because it's quite fascinating, is in our local Aldi. And that's when you get to the middle aisle where they have the mad shit. Honestly, it's like you walk along. Most supermarkets are quite happy. You'll get to the end of an aisle and halfway along, and they'll have one of them little hangy plastic bracket things, and you go, "Ooh, I didn't know I wanted beef jerky. I'll put that in. That's great. Ooh, a plastic jar cover. Oh, all plastic's bad now. I won't have one of those." But anyway, they hang them up, and that's fine. But Aldi seem to operate on the principle that you will walk in and go, "Well, I have my list," and ooh, I didn't know I wanted a pneumatic log splitter. Or a tent. I honestly don't know what their sales model is for that. I kind of came at this theory because I was looking at it. The great thing about our local Aldi as well, immense, it's got very deep tills. It's got this very long, deep, narrow tills and a very narrow front. And I found myself looking at things like wood chippers and hand axes and tilts and yoga mats and thinking, this is an immensely defensible place if your zombie apocalypse policy is to get in a car and take over a local supermarket. This is the one. So yeah, Aldi Frog Island, I think it is. Yeah, it's good. Let's all head there when the zombies attack. I've lost where I was now. Oh, browsing. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, yeah, so I'm driving around looking at this lamp and it's great. And then we found another lamp and it was great and that looked great in the living room. And that's what saved. That's what got us through that last section, or got me through. Everyone else was quite happy looking at every individual item. I was happy barging off, looking through. Up to that point, it had been a survival situation. I was like, are we going to be here for days? Am I going to have to take one of these rugs and, you know, Ray Mears it and make a hammock and just camp for the night, and then we won't be out? Because that does happen. That happened with me and my youngest son once. We lost his mum in Primark, and he was panicking, and he was going, what are we going to do? What are we going to do if we can't find her? And I was like, you know, trying to be reassuring. Where you're going, well, we'll build a bivouac out of all these pants. And then as darkness falls, we'll just wait. And we'll whistle and she'll find us. But yeah, still survival. But anyway, yes, we got through. We got through. So it was okay. And then you go down the elevators, you get to the end, there's all the furniture, and then you get to the checkout. And I thought, we're doing all right here. First time in IKEA, brilliant. I bought 2 lamps. Wasn't too bad. We were sharing a trolley. Now, the thing you need to know about Demi, my girlfriend, and I'm not doing it down here, this is an absolute skill, ninja shopper. Ninja shopper. We used to have a rule with my friends at uni that if you could sneak it in the basket of your mate at the end of the shopping trip, they had to pay for it. She's taken that to black belt level. I'm there waiting at the conveyor belts going lamp 1, lamp 2, and then the secret chick comes out. What is this? That's a Venus flytrap. This is string. This is literally just coloured string. This is 3 figures later, I'm like, fair play. Fair play. I didn't think we bought any of that shit. So well done, yeah. And then you think you're out, you're great, you've got through, and at the end of it, they put the food store. The end of level boss. It's beyond the tills, you think you're out, and apparently you can only get through it by walking through it and tasting every single thing in the food store. Including those, I don't know where those crisps was gone. Has everyone had one? Yeah? Cool. So that was IKEA. Not the most hard-hitting, political, controversial set, I'm sure you agree, but I can't be that kind of comedian. I can't. There's too much. There's a lot of political divisiveness in the world at the minute, and I think we need to think about what brings us together rather than apart. But I just want to sort of finish up by doing a little bit of an improv game for you. And it's a solo improv game, and it's called Flip Flop. And basically what it involves is me taking 2 sides of an argument. 2 sides of an argument, and then arguing passionately. I'm going to need someone to time this. Have we got a timer? Can anyone do a...
Give it time.
Yeah? You just do sort of 30 seconds either side kind of thing. And what I need is something that I can argue for or against. No, actually, what I need is something you can't argue for or against, and I'm going to try and do that. Okay? So I want you to just take 30 seconds, while I have a sip of beer over here, to think about your least controversial opinion. Something so totally undivisive that it will just bring the room together, and then I'm going to try and separate you all through my hate speech. All right?
30 seconds.
30 seconds, but I'm going to need some suggestions. Just think it through. what could you possibly say that no one could disagree with? And then I'm going to just, oh, we got a hand up already. You know we're going to go to war on that. Shut the fuck up.
You need to go to the toilet.
Okay. Any suggestions? A completely non-controversial opinion. Marshmallows are nice.
Trains are too expensive.
Trains are too expensive. Say that again, sorry. Left or right? Ooh. Ooh. That's divided the room already, mate. That's non-controversial. There's a bunch of people going, what's he talking about, left shoe bastard? That's completely crazy. You need to go to the toilet. What is a general life? You never need to go to the toilet. Okay. That's like a 3 a.m. thought. That is. That's like your own brain going. You need to go to the toilet. You don't need to go to the toilet. You never need to go to the toilet. You need to go to the toilet. But the alarm might be 5 minutes away. You can sleep more than you need to go to the toilet. You can, yeah. I've been there. Yeah, I've debated that in my own head.
No, a genuine one. Sock, sock, shoe, shoe, or shoe, sock, shoe, sock.
I'm quite tempted by that one, actually. Okay, let's pick a couple of those. Let's recap. Everyone say them again. Shoe, sock, 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 shoe, shoe, sock.
Sock, shoe, shoe. Shoe, sock, shoe, sock.
All right, I was just trying to make sure you had your argument clear. Jen?
Chairs are important.
Only if they're stowed away properly in a Swedish way. Okay, all right then. So, 30 seconds on sock, shoe, shoe, sock, and at any point shout. Actually, give me a minute and then shout flip whenever you feel, and I will argue the other point. Ready. Only a monster would leave one foot bare and cold and freezing while securing the other one. He would probably choose the right one first because that's the kind of anarchist he is, and leave the left foot cold and alone and wanting. But a true footwear aficionado puts both socks on first, thus ensuring that all of the feet are warm at one point and avoiding the possibility of treading in 3 bags of dog hair or stubbing your toe on a conveniently hung chair. So, sock is the way to go. For convenience sake, one must clap one foot first and then use that to step forward. And that will bring the other foot in line, whereupon you can bring the sock to it. There is no other way, ladies and gentlemen. All sockers must be re-educated. There is no room in this world for someone who would leave a complete foot unclad at any point. We must first meet the basic needs of the feet. Sock. Only then can we build a truly shoed community. Find your best foot. Look after that first. The other foot will catch up eventually. Buy one of those big slipper things where you can put them both in at once and never leave the house. How much time have I got left?
I was counting 30 seconds. About 14.
How long do you want?
How long what?
You can have 4 minutes.
4 minutes. 3 minutes. Oh man. Okay. 3 minutes. Okay.
3.5.
3.5. Okay.
3:29.
I teach for a living, and I like to think I'm quite good at what I do in terms of drama and English, but you always get the nightmare, which is a cover lesson. And I have had 2 horrific cover lessons over the last month. The first one was this week. I had a music cover lesson. I was told I was waiting for year 10 to come in and do their coursework. Fine, that's great, I'll sit at the computer. What turned up were 24 year 7s and no lesson plan. At which point I learned to run a karaoke party very, very quickly. The second one was the possible worst combination. It was a French lesson. I thought I'll be all right with this. I know GCSE French. I did GCSE French. That's great. I was, you know, je ne sais quoi. Où se trouve la gare? Is that where's the station? I've got most things covered here. And then the first thing I got asked was, what's the French for mobile phone? I don't know, I'm 44, I don't they didn't even exist. I didn't learn that shit. And then the double whammy to that was there's a French lesson about numbers taught using sums. So it was a French maths lesson. I haven't seen such carnage since I covered a PE lesson, and within about 3 minutes they kind of went, "Sir, offside," and I went, "Off what?" And they went, "He doesn't know the rules of football. This is going to be carnage." So, all good fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a lovely time. Love you all. Much love. I've been Dave Gottridge. Thank you.